I'm Joe, and I had never been cool or popular. I was known as strange, the weird kid, the weirdo, and I stuck to myself. The mean girls and popular kids didn't help my shyness, really hurt my self-esteem. And so, after middle school, I was determined to make high school different. But my first day was scary. New school, new people, and I was still so shy. I set a goal for myself right then. I would overcome my shyness so I could have a chance at being popular. I would join sports teams, get invited to parties, and would, I hoped, become one of the cool kids. I'd envied them for the longest time. So, one day, I gathered my strength, pushed down my shyness, and ignored my bruised self-esteem and sat down at the table with all the cool kids. It was worse than I even imagined. They were all best friends. The jocks and mean girls, the beautiful people. And they just glared at me. They couldn't believe me, of all people, had the nerve to come and sit with them at their lunch table. After all, I was still known as the weirdo that had followed me from middle school to high school. I stayed where I was, though, stayed brave, and tried to talk to them, tried to join into their conversations. But they all ignored me, literally turned their backs on me. I ate my lunch, embarrassed and totally alone, even though I was surrounded by those other kids. But the next day, this girl named Mona, one of the cool kids, in fact, probably the most popular girl at school, came up to me and asked me if I wanted to hang out with her. I looked around over my shoulder, confused and not believing that she was actually talking to me. I didn't trust it, not from this most popular girl in school, who had been so mean to me just the day before in the lunchroom. But she was, and still confused, I said, "Yes." "Does she like me?" I thought. And so we started hanging out together all the time and actually became really close, like best friends, spending every day after school together, sharing secrets, always together. Then we started to hang out with these other two people from that cool and popular crew, and the four of us became a really close group. We were inseparable, the four of us now, and beyond popular. We became the group that everyone wanted to be a part of. We hung out every day after school, went to the mall, the movies, to each other's houses, to parties, and it felt amazing. Great, just what I wanted. All the attention, being popular and cool and a part of a group. But even though I had wanted to change, had wished for it, had overcome my shyness and really worked on it, I noticed that I was changing in ways I hadn't imagined or planned for. I started to become a really mean and awful person, just like Mona and all of her friends had been to me before I joined the group. I was mean to other kids, made fun of them, hurt them, and made them feel small. And I realized that that was how I got popular, how I tried to stay popular. And without me knowing it, Mona had taught me how to do it. I remember that Mona had the reputation of being the meanest girl in the whole school, spreading evil rumors about people and talking behind other kids' backs, creating drama. That wasn't really who I was, not at all. And so one day, I just asked her, "Why did you want to be my friend?" And she said that she felt sorry for me, that she wanted to help me become cool and popular instead of the weird loser loner. Deep inside, she said she felt I was still all of those things. I was stunned, confused, and hurt. And I told her I needed a major break from her and our little crew, but especially her. I suddenly realized that the person I was being or acting like wasn't really me, not at all. Instead, it was just a twisted version of Mona. I found myself again, and things became so much better when I did. I made new friends that were nice and pure and real, not evil and insecure. And I learned how much more important it was to be true to yourself than it was to be popular or cool to others.